to Tarot Tuesday, where I go live every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and answer your questions. My name is Alison Wagner. I'm an intuitive empath, tarot reader, and psychic. I read and feel into the energy of the cards. Welcome. You are at Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Oh my God, so much happening today. We had a lot of questions come in. So this is going to be where people submit their questions in advance, or you do it live in real time. The choice is up to you. Everybody's in different time zones. We have different schedules. Some people are listening to it in their cars on their way home from work because we're all in different time zones. So a lot of questions came in, which is really exciting. What else to tell you? You can go to my website to learn more about me, which is ancientoakpsychicarts.com. Link is in the description below. Let me just move this over a little bit. And there you can sign up for the free newsletter. It's at the bottom of every single page. You can book a personal reading, a missing person consultation. You can also go to the Learning Center for the 5-week manifestation master course and the online tarot masterclass, which is coming out, I would say, mid to the end of September. I'm giving myself some extra time because I've had some things come up. You guys know I'm getting ready to move, I hope, in the next few months. So a lot of other things have been coming up in addition to that. So I'm giving myself extra time. I normally teach it live in March and in October, twice a year, but I'm being asked to upload it because, again, we're all in different time zones, different schedules. So I'm going to make that available. So look for that. I also do private lessons in tarot, one-on-one with manifestation, tarot, and raising your vibration if that's something you need help with. What else to tell you? I also have a section called Alison's Picks, so definitely check that out. Those are my affiliate links. They're fantastic. I am on YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok, but really I'm mostly on YouTube. I've stopped posting on Rumble and TikTok because it's a pain in the ass, basically. So I'm really just on YouTube. I'm going to try and get better at that. I'm going to open up a new Rumble channel, and then I am going to try and do that. But I really, oh my God, I'm really busy, and it is a pain in the butt. I know it sounds funny, but it really is. But I'm going to try and get better at it. I'm looking for that. And so I read for all placements, right? So I do the Zodiac readings, and now I'm doing the daily tarot reading, and a lot of positive feedback for that. Hi, Ken. Nice to see you. Hi, Sinister Days. Wrinkled Wisdom Guidance. I see that now. It's split here on the screen. Hi, Tracy. Just saying hi to everybody really quick. Hi, Izzy. Sandra. Nice to see everybody here today. Hi, Lynn. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is who I am. You literally, you're getting... Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. You know, this is it. You really are getting what you see. So, so this is my real personality. I'm not making it up. I could not sit here for 2 hours and do that. So you're going to get the Zodiac readings on my channel. And now I'm doing the daily tarot readings. So you'll definitely see that. I do love readings, money and career readings, but honestly, there was not that big of a demand for it. A lot of people are not looking for love, which breaks my heart. It's actually really sad, but I understand that. Maybe you're just comfortable being alone and you're really happy there, you know, and you need that time to yourself. I just would like to see everybody in love. That's my thing. So I do the love readings. I do money and career readings also, because you guys know I'm an entrepreneur outside of doing psychic work. I own my own company. So that's why I teach the Manifestation Masterclass, because I will teach you how to manifest in what it is you're looking for. Whether it is a business, this is just a side note, whether it is a business, whether it is love, maybe a soulmate, maybe you just want someone to bring you a cup of coffee every morning. Whatever it is, this is a technique that you can use across the board. I use the technique, excuse me, of law of assumption. That's what a lot of the mystics use, whether they're from the East or the West, it doesn't matter. You can use this as all energy to be able to manifest in what it is that you're looking for. So I do that. Also, I go live twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, both at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I answer your questions. It is by donation. It's through PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, and SuperChat since we're live. You'll see people have submitted questions in advance, and I'll also be checking PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, and SuperChat as we go throughout the evening. So hit the notification bell if you want to see me go live in the future. I also do the occasional interview. I just re-uploaded the one I did with Kim Rogers from Rogers Hood Apothecary because I have so many people ask me about parasite cleanses. And this is going to be whether it's people that are clients or people that are strangers that I meet. We just start talking up a conversation because you know me, I mean, I'm not going to waste my time talking about fluff. Oh my God, I'll turn around and leave the room if I'm talking with someone like that. I can't do it. I'm bored out of my mind. But when we start talking about like real stuff that's important, this always comes up and everyone needs information on it. And then even people that you would think are not even interested in it, they're talking about it. They're going to Tractor Supply. They're getting the ivermectin fenbendazole. They're talking about like, where do I get a binder? Where do I go? So, I mean, I'm running into these people all over. And so I wanted to go ahead and re-upload that so it's fresh in the feed so people can really see that. So anyways, take a look at that interview. And also, of course, Jerry Marzinski. Oh my God, I love him. You read about what he does with schizophrenics and how it's demonic entity when you hear these negative thoughts come in. Fascinating work. He is in the forefront of that type of, I would say, just information and research. This is just from his own work. He has, I think he's been in it for 40 years. That's a long time. And for someone to publicly come out and say that this is entity possession and that you can get rid of it, you know, that's like trying to almost have like a type of exorcism. Anyways, they're great interviews. They're wonderful people. I hope that you find them interesting too. And just a reminder, I also have a membership on the channel. You can join the membership and be part of this awesome community. It is a great community, and it's, if you want to be part of it, definitely consider joining because there's member-only videos. There's the monthly, so like say the month of August, you see the entire month, September, the entire month. Also, I do weekly videos for members only. You'll see a poll. I've accidentally posted the poll to the public. So you will see that. That's what the poll is. I'm going to go ahead and repost it when the show is over to the members only. But if you're a member, sorry, go ahead and vote anyways, please, in that poll. I am going to post it into the members only so that you can actually see the poll. I'm going to do the video tomorrow. So please vote. As of right now, it looks like the Crossroads is winning. So definitely check it out. And if you're not a member yet, see what the poll is like. That'll give you an idea what the voting is like and how that comes into play. And what I like too is we're going to start taking a members shout out. So during every live, which is twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, sometime randomly throughout the show, we'll just say, okay, members, sound off. You know, chime in, whatever it might be, and then put your name in the chat. We see the symbol. We know you're a member. I'm going to write down everybody's names, and I'm going to put you in the abalone dish. I have another dish on its way. I was using my vase, but I love flowers, and I already got my flowers, so I'm not using that particular vase. But I have Linda. I saw you here tonight. Linda, the moderator, and Ken, of course, is here. And then I have Sherry, and I don't know if Ava is also here. Sherry's here. Okay, so Sherry, you're in the bowl. And then is Ava here today? Because if Ava's here, I'm going to put her in the bowl too. And Ava, if you're listening, I'm answering your question from last week because the chat locked up on me. So just to FYI. So you three are already in here, okay? And then I'm going to add it when we do the shout out. And we have everybody else sign off on that. So definitely look for that. And what else to say? Well, the members, just don't forget to vote in the poll. And what else? I'm just trying to go through my notes. Well, if you're having a good time and you're liking tonight's show, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and that's free. It is just wonderful to see this channel taking off. I'm really flattered, and I just love the people that are here. I love it. It's our tribe. And let me know where you're watching from. You guys know I'm getting ready to travel. I just got back from New Zealand and Australia a couple of months ago. Best trip ever. Oh my God, it was phenomenal. Both countries. And I'm definitely going back. Of course, only in your winter because I hate the heat. So I'm definitely going to be going there again. And wow, I could actually get a second home in Queenstown, New Zealand. What a wonderful, wonderful place. The wineries, the extreme sports. Oh my God, those are my people. I love them. Let's just go jump off a bungee. Oh my God, those are my people. I love them. So there's that. And then also, of course, Australia. And there's just the nicest people in the world. So wonderful. Anyways, I'm getting ready to go to this fall. I'm going to be going up to Canada on the east side because I'm in Florida. So I'm going to go right up the coast. Then I'm also going to be taking a second trip over to Europe. I'll be going to Scotland because I am mostly Scottish. And then I'm going to Ireland, Scandinavia. I'm Scottish. English, sorry, England, I'm not going this time because I've been there so much. My heart and soul is there. I will be going another trip. I've been there so many times. And anyways, I'll be going to Ireland because Ireland's finally standing up for itself. Yay. And then I'll be going to Scandinavia because I'm also Danish. So I'm really looking forward to that. So really excited. And I know, Bjorn, you asked a question tonight, Bjorn. So I'm definitely going to be answering that. Bjorn from Norway. I love it. Okay, so what else to tell you? At the end of tonight's show, I will be doing a general reading for the collective. It's going to be obviously everybody watching here live, in the replay, and whenever this video finds you, because that's how it works. If this finds you in 5 years and it resonates with you, you were obviously meant to hear it. To divine timing. That's how it works. Okay, and a special thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate your love and support. It really means a lot to me. I just love this channel. Thank you. All right, here we go. We have 2 rules for tonight's show. Yay, Boise, Idaho. I love it. Pennsylvania, England. Love you, England. Oh my God, I love it. England, you're standing up for yourself. Raise a fucking flag. I love you, England. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. All right, here we go. General guidelines. You guys know I try not to do politics on this channel. So the rules are 1 question per show. That's because we want to give everybody a chance to ask a question. Otherwise, it becomes one person's personal reading. However, if you are a member and you ask a question, and then you get chosen, when we pull a name out of the hat, basically, you get a second question, and that is the only exception. So you could have 2 questions answered. And honestly, you could have a question asked every single show. So anyways, there's that. So 1 question per show. And the second one is no bad language or topics. We have to keep it family friendly for YouTube. So just keep that in mind. So any dark topics or off topics, that's something for a personal reading. So definitely go ahead and book with me. And I know several of you have already booked with me, not because they're dark topics, but you've already booked. I see it when it comes in. I get a notification on my phone. And you've also mentioned it here in the readings, the questions that were submitted. So what else to tell you? I have a disclaimer, and then we'll just dive right in. Okay, so disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a therapist, and I do not give financial or medical advice. All right, so we have our first question is from Linda, and she writes, and just so in case you're new, I have to say this. So Linda, the reason she's always the first one up is because Linda has been asking me a question, and I am not kidding, from every single show, and I've been doing this for well over a year, where actually I think I'm almost 1.5 years into these shows, and she has been asking a question every single show. That's every Tuesday, every Friday. I used to have Thursday morning, but I had to get rid of that just because of my schedule. But that was 3 days a week when we were going 3 days a week. Every single show. I appreciate your love and your support, and she's one of my original clients, so you could imagine we go way back. So I love you, Linda. Thank you. That really means a lot to me. So that is why Linda is always first up. So Linda writes, hi, Alison. Love your Pisces and live shows. Thank you, Linda. Flattery gets you everywhere. Can you please pull a couple of cards for me? Thank you, Linda. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me push this back. All right. All right. What does the universe want to tell Linda today? We have the High Priestess, Pisces. We have 7 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, so we've got this High Priestess, the 7 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Swords. So we're looking at this energy. This is telling me that you are really getting in touch with your intuition. This is you tapping into a lot of things that are moving you. I think that you have a lot that's going on in your head. I think that you are really overthinking a lot of things in your life right now. And this is you getting tapped into your intuition about them. I think that you're looking for that second. I feel like you're getting like a second. How am I trying to explain this? You're getting a second level of guidance, I think is a good way of putting it. So not only are you doing your research and you're planning things out intelligently, you're tuning into, let's say, spirit guides, your intuition, your higher self. It's you trying to get that second. I feel like you're tapped in and you're really trying to get some confirmation on something. I do feel that there is, I hate it when this card comes up, but this is that Seven of Swords. This is that card where something's going on behind your back. You have two swords. Swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. This Seven of Swords can be about being strategic, but in this deck, it is that idea of something going on behind your back. Something that's a little sneaky. That's why they have the foxes on here. As cute as they are, they're very sneaky and they're stealing stuff. So this is really telling me that something is going on behind your back. Someone might be plotting against you. There might be gossip. It might be something where it is a legal matter because it's thoughts, words, and ideas. It could be a written document. It could be someone is conniving against you in some way, making some type of a plot. So I do feel that there is something going on behind you, which is why this is here. I think you might already know what it is. I think you might be feeling into it. You might be getting an intuitive hit on it. And what does that mean? Maybe something just comes out of the blue. Maybe it's somebody from your past. Maybe it's someone that you've recently interacted with. Maybe you're getting ready to do something that involves legal documents and you're getting a psychic hit that says, oh, you know what? You better read that document a second and even a third time, or have another attorney proofread it for you because maybe this person's dropping the ball. There's something going on where it's done on purpose. Whatever is going on behind your back, it's being done on purpose. So I would definitely have your eyes and ears open on something, and of course, trust your intuition. We also have the Ten of Swords. This is telling me that you have a lot of things coming to an end, a lot of painful things, a lot of completions, and this could be a legal matter. This could definitely be anything that, you know, it could be with a person, a place, a thing, an idea, old versions of you coming to an end. This could be you literally closing that door behind you and moving forward in your life, because this is a 10. So this is also as low as it's going to get for you. This could be you leaving memories behind and moving forward. That's what's coming in for you. That's what the universe wants to know. But I'll just tell you, Linda, as a warning, this is kind of coming up for you. So I would definitely keep your eyes and ears open, and I would trust your intuition on whatever is coming in. So thank you, Linda, for your question. That's what the universe wants to tell you today. All right. So next, let me just double check. Let me know if Ava shows up. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you here today. All right. Oh my God, Lupe, how are you? Is that the same one? I don't know. What is it? Is it Taurus and Gemini? I can't remember. Christina? Oh my God, it's been so long. If that's you, say hi in the chat. You have to say it. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the next question while we're looking at that. It's been so long. I think that's what it is. All right. So the next one is from Doug, and he writes, "Hi, Allison. Love your live shows." Thank you, Doug. Flattery gets you everywhere. What does the universe want to tell me today? Thank you, Doug from Virginia. Okay, let's find out. All right. Oops. I'll just put these in actually upside down. Okay, that was me. All right. I'm actually going to switch decks for you. All right, so what does the universe want to tell Doug today? We have Two of Pentacles. We have Two of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. Okay, we have Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords. I love it. So we've got the universe telling you to stay grounded, stable, secure, have a lot of balance in your life right now. So if you've got a lot of different things going on, maybe it's work and school, maybe it's family and work, whatever it is. Maybe if you're retired, it could even be where it's, retirement and taking care of the grandkids. It's about having that type of balance. Maybe it's working hard and playing hard that you're having to balance. Whatever it is, it's about keeping that in perspective, and that's going to allow you to remain happy and healthy and looking forward. Then we have this Two of Swords. This is telling me that there could be something coming in that you're indecisive about. This could be a chance for you to really, with that blindfold on, to go in and trust your intuition on something. This is telling me that there could be something from your past that's coming in, and it might be interfering with a decision that you're trying to make. Maybe a person came in from your past, or maybe it's a memory that was traumatic that's come in and it's causing a type of blockage, or it's additional information as you're trying to make a decision in the present. And that's causing you to pause and to be a little indecisive because now you're not sure what it is that you really want to do. It's that kind of energy. When the swords are crossed, it blocks the heart chakra, and it's traditionally an either or answer, right? So it's also represented by the islands, either or, and then that third island back there is that third place solution, thinking outside the box. So it's kind of like that Eight of Swords, that self-imposed restriction where you only see one way out. It's standing back, taking a deep breath. In this case, use your intuition and go within. Go around that heart chakra, free it up, remove any type of blockage that's coming in, feel inside yourself. And then that will help you get that answer and see what direction it is that you want to move in. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I think the chat locked up again. Ken or Sherry or Linda, can somebody make a comment? And I'm going to see if I'm getting anything, because the last thing I see is Ken saying hi to 84 Lupio with a hand. Then we have this Four of Swords. This is about you taking time out for yourself to go within, to really meditate on what's going on in your life right now. This will definitely give you a chance to get your thoughts together, because I feel like that's something that's coming in when you look at all three cards together. It's about you getting that balance, to be grounded, stable, secure, to make a decision that you feel comfortable in, because right now you're very indecisive, and it's telling me to tell you to go within. And that this is a blessing for you to spend that time really thinking about something. So I think it just behooves you to spend some time with, because it seems like it's a very important decision that's coming up for you. And it's going to have a lot to do with your life. I'm not seeing anything show up. That chat locked up again. Wow. Okay. You guys are on your own. So what that means, please no super chats tonight. So you're going to have to do Venmo, PayPal, or Stripe. I prefer Venmo if you can. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do something different. I think I'm going to have to set up an actual camera to do this, or I'll have to do it on my laptop versus my phone, because this is weird. This is the second time in a row the chat's locked up, and it's done it like immediately. Okay, so thank you, Doug, for your question, by the way. All right, the next one is from Sophia from San Diego. You guys know I'm from San Diego. If you don't, I'm actually a Californian, and I'm living in Florida, and I can't wait to go home. So here is from Sophia from San Diego, and I don't know her, but I love the fact that the Californians are signing off on here. I love California. So here we go. I don't like the politics, but I love California. Hello, Alison. I love your daily tarot readings. Thank you. You guys know that that's new. I used to do it a long, long time ago, but now I'm doing it again. Okay, so I love your daily tarot readings. Thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere. This is my first time here asking a question. Will I find love this year? Thanks, Sophia from San Diego. P.S. Love your Scorpio videos. I booked a reading for next week. I saw that. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, let's go ahead and see. All right. Will you find love this year? And thank you for the booking. I look forward to that. I got a really good energetic hit when I saw that come in. All right, so here we go. Will you find love this year? We've got the Five of Swords, we've got the World card, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to have a little difficulty. We've got the Five of Swords, the World, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is a big time yes. When you ask a yes or no question and an ace comes up, that means a yes, but it was the third card. We have to go through this to get to the ace. So what that's telling me is that with this Five of Swords, you're going to have to release something that's come in for you. So this could be a previous relationship that ended badly. Maybe some bad words were exchanged, hurtful things. What I mean by bad words, not swear words, but things that really hurt. So things that you can't take back after you speak them, whether they were said to you or you said them to somebody else. Now a healing needs to take place, because this is just talking about that energy is now sticking with you. And that is something that you have to work out of your system, out of your aura, out of your energy before you allow somebody new to come in, because there's going to be a residual effect on you that's going to affect the next relationship that you have. So you need to clean that out. You need to work through that a little bit. It's not hard. It's just something that, you need to do. And a lot of people need to do this, because the whole world is before you. You are going to be leaving that behind you. This is the last card in the major arcana. You are going to be leaving this negativity and that toxicity behind, and you're not looking back. You're able to walk through this portal, leaving that behind you and headed to the next chapter of your life, which would be a new relationship. This is you leaving the world, circling back to the 0, which is the first card in the major arcana. This is the 21. This is the last card in the major arcana. Then that new door opens with the Fool, and you take that leap of faith. And what I really like is you don't have any bitterness or cynicism in your energy at all. What you do have is just some words that were said that are very ugly, that were very hurtful, that can go either way, and that's just something that needs to process out of your system. We have this Ace of Pentacles. This is literally a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning. Pentacles, okay, that is the material world, the 3D world. While this is not the Suit of Cups, which would be love and your emotions, to me, this is deeper. This is saying that this is a relationship. So when I always say in the 3D that it's a relationship. So whether it's romantic, platonic, getting a pet, well, to me, this is more along the lines of marriage, because this is that stability, because it could be based on friendship and it evolves into a romantic relationship, or just into the solid foundation of a marriage. It's huge, right? This is that strong foundation. That's why the cards for marriage can be that 3 of Pentacles, because you're looking at quality people, quality work, quality relations. So to me, this is saying that you absolutely have the ability to have love come in, but it's a serious relationship. This is a long-term committed relationship, whether you choose to get married or not. This is someone that's going to be a serious contender, someone that's going to be a real partner, a true partner, someone that you're very divinely aligned with. So yes, you will. All right, Sophia, thank you so much for your question. I look forward to our session next week. All right, lots of love. Okay, so next question. And again, please don't submit a super chat, because I do not have access to the chat. It's just not even moving. Now I just can't. All right, Ken. Ken, if you want, you can message me on the Proton Mail, my personal email, and I will check it. If Ava shows up, I want to answer her question. Okay, so here we go. The next one is going to be from Trisha from Ohio. I can get the PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe questions, by the way. It's just the super chat from the chat. Okay, so hi, Allison. What does my dog Oreo think of me and my kids? Thanks, Trisha from Ohio. Love you. Love you too, Trisha. Thank you. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Your dog Oreo. All right. What does your dog Oreo think of you? You know what? I'm going to get a different deck for that, because that's just too cute. Too cute. Okay. That's why I love it when you guys submit these questions, because you know what? Tarot doesn't have to be so serious all the time, you know? It can be fun and light. You know? I love it. Okay. What does your dog Oreo think of you and your kids? We have the Empress. We have the Seven of Cups. And the Hierophant. Oh my God, I love it. So Oreo thinks of you as the Empress. Then we have the Seven of Cups and the Hierophant. This is beautiful. This dog thinks you're everything. You are his world. I feel like you've created heaven on earth for this dog. You have given him everything, or her. Does it say male or female? All my dogs are boys, so I'm always going to say him. So this is you creating this incredible environment. This is where the dog gets everything. The dog is spoiled: toys, treats, love, going everywhere with you, hanging out with the family, you know, at the dinner table, probably getting scraps, you know, watching videos on the couch, everybody hanging out, dogs curled up with you and the kids. Oh my God, it's just, this dog is loving his life. This is the idealized life right there. This is it. You're giving this dog everything, and the dog is giving you everything. Unconditional love. It's a two-way street. Then we have this Seven of Cups. This is really where you see all these different choices, and so does the dog, and the dog knows that this is the best choice for it. It has found his home, and he would not want it any other way, flat out. And that's including the kids. It's the home in general. It's you and the kids. It's the whole package. That dog is in heaven. I mean, that dog is spoiled from everybody in that family. Then we have the Hierophant. This is the dog sees you as faith, loyalty, and commitment. You're like reflecting the dog back to it. Unconditional love. That dog is basically on a pedestal. It is like the baby of the family. The kids see it as their baby, their child, their special anointed one. That is what this dog is. I think that's the best term, the special anointed one. Everybody loves this dog, and that dog gives everybody the love they need, especially the kids. You know, it's something so special for a child to have a dog or cat, but especially a dog, because that dog's going to lick your face. That dog's going to curl up with you. Cats are lovely, but they can have a mind of their own, and they want to take off and be alone when they want to be alone. But that dog will always be right there with you. And that is a very special thing. And that dog absolutely loves you. You are everything to that dog. All of you. That's really cool. Thank you for your question, Trisha. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and check PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe really quick. And I'm going to check. Oops. Hold on. Let me come back. I have to do a refresh because it timed me out. Okay. All right, so I'm checking PayPal and then Venmo. I saw one come in on Venmo. Hold on one second. I have to refresh all these. Okay. Let me do Stripe. All right. Here we go. All right, so this is for Francesca. Okay, so personal read. So that's going to be, what does the universe want to tell you today? Okay, so let's do this. This is for Francesca, and I can't see your answer in the chat, so I can't reply. So here we go. This is for Francesca. What does the universe want to tell Francesca today? We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and we've got this Page of Cups. I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Wands is that wounded warrior energy. You see the bandage on the head? This is you having a lot of strength and stamina, that you've gone the distance. You've been through a lot in your life, and this energy is coming through. but you're still standing. You're discovering just how resilient and strong you actually are. Even if your back is up against a wall, you are still standing and you're still going forward in life. We have this Eight of Swords. This is that self-imposed restriction. This is you feeling like you're trapped in your mind. This is you over-processing thoughts, maybe under a lot of stress. It could even be where you only see one way out. But this is self-imposed. This is a matter of you taking that deep breath, standing back, and then you'll be able to see other ways of doing things or other ways of thinking or doing something different, because this is that self-imposed restriction. So maybe it's even thinking outside the box, looking at things from a different angle, maybe sleeping on it, waking up the next day and coming at it with fresh eyes. It's trying to look at something different. But the thing with the swords is it's thoughts, words, and ideas. So that's why it's usually the over-processing in the mind. Spirit is saying, take a step back. Be aware of that you are maybe even working yourself into a frenzy by over-processing things. Take a step back. Then we have this Knight of Love, the Knight of Cups. This is you bringing your cup of love forward into the future. So we've got these cards, which is about, you having that strength and stamina, maybe over-processing in the mind and not seeing a way out, but yet you're going to be choosing love. You're going to follow your heart. You're going to tap into your heart, love, your emotions, your intuition, your connection to source. And that's usually tied up with your intuition, with your connection to source. And this is going to allow you to bring your cup of love forward into the future. So that tells me Spirit is saying you're able to work through this energy. It might not be comfortable, but you're able to work through it and find that inner authentic self. Follow your heart. Do what it is that you love. Choose to be around the people that you love. Love yourself and move forward into the future. That's what Spirit wants to tell you. And this, with this card, what makes this card so unique, the other thing is that it's an excellent time for you to open up to an artistic expression in your life. If you're not already doing that, have an outlet. So maybe it's something as simple as drawing, writing, playing a musical instrument, painting. Maybe it's something where cooking is your love language and you are definitely expressing yourself by cooking a beautiful meal. Maybe it's being a pastry chef, so you're going to make a nice cake. Whatever it is, you're going to go ahead and have that as your version of an artistic expression. And I know I have a lot of people say, well, I don't have any money or times are hard. Well, if you're at the beach, then, go sit where the water meets the sand and grab some sand and let it drip. And you can make these drip sandcastles. There's ways of having an artistic expression. I know that sounds funny, but you see beautiful young kids do it. You can do that too, or go and build a sandcastle. There's other things you can do that don't require money for you to have a beautiful artistic expression. So you can draw on a piece of paper, right? A napkin, you could, whatever. It's getting that out there, because that's part of it. That is you, your authentic self, your soul, and an expression of it. And it's very liberating, right? It's you having something that's almost an out-of-body spiritual experience when you are doing something artistic. It's beautiful. So if you can, try and do something like that. Could be just like making flower arrangements, bonsai, gardening, making something beautiful and having that type of outlet. That's what Spirit wants to tell you, Francesca. Thank you for your question. All right, so let me go back over here. And sorry, it's making me jump around. Okay, next is from Cassie, and she writes, "Hi, Alison, love your lives and Virgo and Capricorn videos. I booked a reading with you for September. Thank you. I saw that. I look forward to that. My question, and I should say flattery gets you everywhere. My question for tonight is, will I find love this year?" Thank you, Cassie from Rhode Island. Okay, Cassie, let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to put these cards away. All right. I'm going to switch decks. All right. Will Cassie find love this year? Oh, Didn't, they got air, but they didn't flip out. Okay. All right, this is for Cassie. Will Cassie find love this year? Oh my God. First card out, most positive card of the deck, the Sun. All right, then we have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Okay, another one that, and I think the other one was about love, right? Yeah, I can't remember when I channel. So, will you find love this year? An ace came out. Again, if I ask a yes or no question and I get an ace, that is a yes, but this is the third row. So it starts here and then it goes to the Ace of Swords. So first card out is the Sun card. This is telling me for you to be positive, high vibing. This is the most positive card in the deck, and this is going to bring you success. This is you following your inner joy, your inner heart. What is it that you want in a relationship? What kind of person are you looking for? You need to write it down. This is what I'm getting. You need to write it down. You need to do two things. You need to write down what you bring to the table. What do you bring in a relationship? Know your worth and value. Know your strengths. Know your weakness too, but know your strengths for sure. Then write down on a separate piece of paper what you're looking for in a partner, what their strengths are, right? What their deal breakers are, what the must-haves are. Be realistic, right? So put that on paper and then take a look at that. That's scripting. You want to take a look at that and see if it resonates. You can always add and subtract to it and make sure it's truthful and honest. Be realistic with yourself. That will help you find the right person. It absolutely will. And it's like you're not pigeonholing them and you're not pigeonholing you. You're just putting things out there, okay? That's what's coming through. I feel that this is allowing you to really go towards the light. You're following your joy like the sunflowers. You're going towards the sun with enlightenment. I think that you've learned a lot about yourself recently. You've learned some life lessons and you know what you want, and I think you know what you don't want. And that scripting is really going to help you get to that. This is telling me that you, at times, you might feel left out in the cold. You might be dating people and they just don't resonate. I think you're going to have to go through a few lemons before you find the right person. And that is just a path that you're going to be on. I do feel that it's just going to be a process. I don't feel that it's going to be the first or second person. Spirit is saying you're going to have to go through this process. And then when you see the other person, you will know it. You will feel it. And then you'll have victory and success. This is a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning, like all aces are. And this is the Ace of Truth. It's the Ace of Communication. This is the ace that is telling me you're going to have clarity and epiphanies when you see that person. You will know it. This is you standing in your true authentic self, and they will be too. But I think you have to see a few lemons, and they don't, I'm just saying that. They don't have to be really bad. I'm just saying they don't fully resonate with you. They might be nice people. They're just not who you're looking for. And I think you have to go through that process. So when you find the right person and you meet them, you're going to have this solid relationship. Solid as steel, this unbending steel. You'll see the person. And it could be that I just got that they're going to be the strong, silent type. So that just came through. So look for that. I just feel that it's going to be something where you will know it when you see it. And that will be a big wake-up call for you. Wow. But again, don't be deterred by the type of people. You're just going to have to go through that process. Just enjoy it. Maybe see it as, you know what? They're not dating material. You made a couple of friends, a couple of acquaintances, and you just move on until you find the right one. That's what the universe wants to tell you, Cassie. Thank you for your question. All right. I'm going to go ahead and check my email, Ken, to see if you sent anything. I know Linda and Sherry, you're here. Ava, I don't know if you're here because I can't have access to the chat. Oh. So I'm just going to see if something was sent. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, so something came in, I think at the same time. Let me go back to Venmo. Okay. Here we go. Let me just I'm going to refresh because, let me see. Okay, so hold on, let me just see. So I wanted a specific on the male Gemini. I only wrote personal because, well, I just answered your question because that wasn't put in there. So I'm sorry, but I had to do a general reading. So if you want that question, you'd have to resubmit another one, maybe on Friday or for next Tuesday. So I see one from Tracy, and Tracy writes, what does my recently deceased puppy want to say to me? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Tracy. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. I'm going to use my love deck for the puppy. Okay, so, all right. All right, so this is going to be for Tracy. We have Two of Swords, we have the Sun card, and the Death card. Okay, Tracy, so we've got the Two of Swords, the Sun card, and the Death card. So this is about something that was indecisive. So I don't know what was going on with the puppy, but I'm just getting that it could have gone either way. That there was something that was about with this puppy that something happened, and it could have, like I said, it could have gone either way. It was going within. I just feel like I'm just getting that it could have gone either way. That it could have lived, it could have died, it could have been healed, it could have lived. And because so this is crazy. So we've got the Sun card and the Death card. So again, we're looking at life, the most positive card in the deck, and then we have the Death card, and this is change and transformation. It doesn't literally have to be death, but because of this question, the way it was asked, this is literally death. So I think that the puppy is saying how happy and positive it was with you. There was something that happened, but how positive it was with you. It passed away. It's changed into a different dimension, a different area, but yet it's still happy. It's happy no matter what, that puppy. I think that is that puppy's internal soul, and that it's just coming through. But the Death card, definitely here to take that puppy into a different dimension, a different reality. And that's what your puppy wants to say to you. Your puppy, just full of life, full of love, super positive, high vibing, full of joy. You know, even if the dog was sick, it's still that internal soul that's full of love and joy and just God. I mean, I just feel like a dog was full of God. I don't know how else to explain that. Just full of pure love, pure joy, pure God is what was coming out of that dog. That is what I would say your dog wants to tell you. It just transitioned to the other side. I think your dog absolutely loved you. This is the most positive card in the tarot deck. Out of 78 cards, this card is here. Out of 78 cards, the Death card is here. I just think that your dog was happy with you and then has transitioned and is still happy because that is the dog's pure essence. So I hope that makes sense. That's what the dog wants to tell you, that just is pure joy and love. Thank you for your question. I am sorry for your loss. That is heartbreaking. All right, so let me go back over here. Those questions came in at the same time, Tracy, so I didn't see yours at that moment. It populated. It was slow. Okay, so here we go. Let me refresh. PayPal, it timed out. What time is it? Okay, so let's see. Remember, no super chats because I don't have access to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not happening tonight. It's so weird. It locked up. So you're going to have to submit through PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe. Okay. So I'm going to go to, who's this? Javier in Vegas. Okay, so let's see. Hello, Alison. I am a Gemini, and I absolutely love your readings. Oh, thank you, Javier. Flattery gets you everywhere. I would love to find out what Spirit wants me to know right now. Thanks, Javier from Vegas. Okay, let's find out. What does Spirit want you to know right now? I love Vegas. All right, here we go. So I guess we're almost halfway through, so I'm going to go ahead and say final call. So for anybody watching at home and anybody in the chat, if you want to ask a question, now is the time to formulate it. If you don't know what to ask, you can do what Javier has done, and you can say, what does Spirit want me to know right now? What does the universe want to tell me today? You see me say that in the videos. Will I find love this year? Anything like that, definitely go ahead and ask your question. Oh, okay, Javier, we just had a card come out for you. And I'll go ahead and answer it. Just make sure it's through PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, Super Chat. The chat's locked up, so I will not be able to see your question if you Super Chat. So just know that. Okay, this is for Javier. So the King of Cups came out. Let's get 2 more cards for Javier. What does the universe want to tell Javier today? Another King. We have the King of Pentacles and the Hermit. Wow. Okay, we've got King of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Hermit. This is really saying, wow, 2 kings. Okay, so this is that beautiful divine masculine energy that's coming through. King of Cups, King of Pentacles, 2 kings. The king of your love, your emotions, your connection to source and spirit, your intuition. This is going to be the King of Pentacles. We're looking at you knowing your worth and value, knowing your resources. This is you really tapped into the 3D. You have worked really hard to get to this position. Both of these kings have, but he's really worked hard in the material realm. So this is you living your best life in the 3D. So these 2 kings put together, Spirit wants to tell you that in a very mature way, you're taking charge of your life. You're taking charge of your emotions. You're taking charge of who you love, who you surround yourself with. I'm getting that you are choosing to have a family is something that's coming through with this card, that you're choosing. I feel actually that what's really coming through with these 2 cards for you is that you're getting ready to have kids. And so I'm just feeling that this is something that you feel that you're in an excellent position right now to be able to afford them and to give them the love and time and energy that they need. I feel like that is really an energy that's coming in loud and clear with these. I feel that Spirit is also saying it's divine timing. I feel that either your girlfriend or wife, that I feel that they're pregnant, whether you guys know it or not. I don't know how far along it would be, but I'm just going to throw that out there. It would be interesting if she's already had a pregnancy test done. If she hasn't, you ime me, because I think that she is. Because I would love that confirmation, because I feel that there's just something that's telling me, like I'm seeing the Empress in my mind, that she's pregnant, getting ready to give birth, or she is conceived, right? At whatever stage of the pregnancy. But I do see that that is something that is coming through in the cards. I do feel that you're very grounded, stable, and secure in this energy with this King of Pentacles, and that's allowing you to attract a lot of abundance your way. And you're really tapped into who you are emotionally as a man, and that's allowing you to really make some smart decisions for yourself and for your family. I feel like this is bigger than yourself. That's why I keep saying family, that this is not just about you. It's about you and what you're doing in the environment around you, and that involves you wanting to have a family. That's something that's really coming through. I think with this Hermit energy here, it's telling me that you have gone within. And what is so crazy, the deck I normally use when I say that the King of Pentacles is the lottery card, it's because he's usually holding his friend that's a badger, that's the Hermit. That's how weird this is. If you guys follow me, you know that King of Pentacles, I say the Hermit and all four aces. Now this is just the King of Pentacles in this deck, but isn't that weird how they showed up together? I feel like I need to find that card to show everybody because that's just too weird. I love stuff like that, but that is just too weird. Let me see if I can find it really quick for you. But I'm just getting that it's really something that's coming through, that you are going to have a beautiful family coming in, and you're happy and you're healthy and you have everything that you need. And now, not everybody is in that position, but I feel like you are, and that's allowing you to really plan ahead and have a beautiful family. And I feel like it's healthy. I don't see anything negative coming in. Watch it be the very last card that I pull. Oh my God, it's close. This is the card I always say is the lottery. King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and all four aces. Can you believe that? What are the chances of that? King of Pentacles and the Hermit. It's just amazing. So that is just telling me that things are really lining up for you. Let me put this away. This is telling me that you've gone within. You've had some dark nights of the soul, and maybe you've been scared financially at times, like everyone kind of goes through that. Maybe you've been scared in relationships, and maybe whatever your situation. But I feel like you've had dark nights of the soul, that you've really gone within to gain the enlightenment, to find out what it is that you want so you can shine your light out into the world. And I think you did, and that's why you have attracted somebody into your life that you want to have a family with. That's what Spirit wants me to tell you tonight. Wow, Javier from Vegas. That is amazing, that King of Pentacles with the Hermit. Beautiful what came through for you, Javier. Again, message me and let me know on the contact form on my website. I love it. Okay. All right, this one is from Radhika, and she has also been asking a question each week. And she says, "Hi, Alison. Thank you for your daily readings. I absolutely love watching them, and they are just the best way to begin the day. I also keep rewatching the video I received from the recorded reading option I booked from you some days ago." Thank you, Radhika, for saying that. Flattery gets you everywhere. I appreciate that. My question is the following. Are my current physical health choices that I am making, mostly related to food, holding me back from experiencing my best spiritual experience? Am I holding myself back because I am still stuck on old eating and food choice patterns? Is this how I may be sabotaging myself? I just wanted to request clarity. Thank you so much. I am looking forward to our video session later in the week. Lots of love, Radhika. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you very much. I know you've booked several readings with me. Thank you. That's very flattering. So let's find out. Okay, so, all right. Am I holding myself back because I am stuck on old eating and food choice patterns? Is this how I may be sabotaging myself? Okay, let's find out. Are my current physical health choices that I am making, mostly related to food, holding me back from experiencing my best spiritual experience? Okay, let's find out. Okay. Are they holding you back? Your physical health choices, mostly food. We have the Judgment card, we have the Justice card, and we have the 10 of Wands. Yes, they are holding you back. We've got the Judgment card, we've got the Justice card, and the 10 of Wands. This is a clear yes. Each card is saying that. The Judgment card is a wake-up card. This is you having revelations to what it is that's going on. I think you know. I think you already know the answers. This is really telling me that this is a wake-up call. There's something about your health that you really need to address. This is a big wake-up call for you. This is the 20. This is right before the World. That is the last card in the major arcana. This is the 20. This is you having a compassionate review of your life. And in this case, we're looking at your physical health choices, which include your eating habits, include food. So this is you going and looking back at patterns, putting, like I would say, almost looking at it empirically. If I do this, what are the results? This is you looking at it. I think you already know. These are life lessons that you've already learned, and this is your knowledge and wisdom. The thing is that this is you having major revelations right now, which makes me wonder if something new has come in for you. Because you are being called out of your old life in the coffin into your new life. You need to make some new choices and new changes in your life to get to a healthier version of you, right? That's what's coming in. This is you standing in your truth. This is you standing in your integrity. So this is you having to be true to yourself and what your choices are. So if you're making bad choices, this is you having to say, I am making bad choices, and now I am choosing to change them. It's you standing and knowing right from wrong, bringing yourself back into balance, and choosing from integrity, from your heart, your true authentic self. You know what is right, you know what is wrong, and it's you really making that decisive cut of things that are not healthy and not working for you. Those are two major arcanas. That's a big sweeping energy that happens over months and years, whereas the minor arcana, and you have one of those, that's going to be a day-to-day activity and routine. So this tells me this is something that you need to do in the long term. You can't do a shortcut. You can't just say, well, I'll change for a month or two and then slip back into something. This has to be a permanent, long-term lifestyle change. The last card that's here for you is the Ten of Wands. This card is talking about you laying down some burdens. You need to lay down these things that aren't working for you. I think, to me, this is taxing your energy. This is the card of being burned out, and you need to lay down those burdens. It is absolutely affecting your spiritual experience. This is telling me that it is tiring you out. Maybe it's creating even a blockage for you spiritually. Maybe it's, the calcification of the pineal gland. Maybe it is something where if you're always tired, you can't vibe high. Sometimes when people when they eat too many carbohydrates, they do the food coma. Maybe there's a certain food combination that you just can't have. Maybe even sugar will spike you and set you off in a different direction. This is you laying that down because it's not serving you well. And especially if you want to get into that spiritual experience, you have to eat right, and you have to know when to eat, right? And so it's really taking a look at that. So yeah, you are sabotaging yourself. So I would definitely take a look at that. Thank you for your question, Rahika. Okay, again, final call. Please do not submit through SuperChat. It needs to be PayPal, Venmo, and Stripe. One question per show. And we will be asking the members to sign off in a little bit. Ken, I'm just going to have you, I guess, copy and paste the names. If you can, I don't know if you can. If you can do that and put it into the Proton Mail account, and I will be able to just get the names, put their names in the dish, and choose someone randomly. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to refresh the screen. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so this one is going to be from Suzanne. And let me pull it up. All right, so this is from Suzanne. I recognize that name. Okay, hi, Alison. Love the Gemini and daily readings. Thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne from Ottawa, Canada. All right, so I don't know what your question is. I hope this means a daily, just a general reading, because there's no question that's attached there. Okay, so she says, hi, Alison, love the Gemini and daily readings. Thank you so much. Flattery gets you everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and do a general pull for you since there's no question there. All right. All right, here we go. General pull for Suzanne. All right. I'm a Gemini moon. I love Gemini. I love all the signs, but I have that special smile on my face when I think of Geminis. All right, here we go. We have 10 of Cups. We have Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Jesus, Suzanne, sorry. Look at this. 10 of Cups. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel turns in your favor. Oh my God. And what beautiful cards. 10 of Cups. This is happy, joyful family. Spirit is saying, follow your inner joy, your inner love, whatever your version of that is. This could be you and a cat, you and a dog, you and a partner and kids. Whatever it is, this is you following your joy. But this is that happy, joyful family. So it's not just your inner joy, it's your inner joy and who you're sharing it with. Again, it could be a pet, it could be people, both. This is something that's coming in. Everybody wants the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Your first card out was the 10 of Cups. That's your emotions, that's love, that's beauty. That is your inner beauty and your inner joy. Then we have the Ace of Swords. This is a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning in truth, in clarity, in standing in your truth. And it's also the sword of communication. Source is saying this is an excellent time for you to have this epiphany. I think that it's for you to see how beautiful this is, what it is that you have, what it is that you're acquiring right now if you don't currently have it, what your goal is if this is a goal. This is you getting that clarity. What is it that you want? What is your inner joy? Are you going for it now? I feel that you are. The wheel turns in your favor. Luck and right timing. This cycle that's coming in, this could be you either recognizing how beautiful you have it right now or going towards it or both, whatever it is. But my God, happy, joyful family. Standing in your truth, getting clarity, having this epiphany. And that is victory and success in something, okay? And then the wheel turns in your favor. That luck and right timing, that is really talking about something special that's coming in. This is a long-term sweeping goal. That means luck and right timing is not just turning for you now, and it's up to you to grab that wheel. This is going to be coming over months and maybe even years for you. So that's a big sweeping energy. What a card to have for a big sweeping energy. Suzanne, that tells me that you're going to have a lot of opportunities present themselves to you. It's up to you to use your discernment to see what is right for you, because the universe presents us with good and bad opportunities. So use your discernment, use your clarity that's coming in, and watch what the universe presents you. Oh my God, how beautiful. Gorgeous energy. Thank you for your question. Wow. What an incredible, that Wheel of Fortune hasn't shown itself much in the day, or not the daily, in the Tuesday and Friday show. So I'm really glad to see it starting to show itself. I think things are swinging in that direction. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh. Again, final call for anybody that's watching that wants to ask a question. This is an excellent time. And I think let's go ahead and do, I've got more questions, but let's go ahead and let's do, hold on. There it is. Oh my God, Bjorn, I love this. So let's go ahead and do a members sign off. Let's just do that now so that it'll give you time, Ken and Sherry and Linda and Ava. I hope you're here too. It'll give you time to be able to copy and paste the names down, or even if it's just a first name. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll check the Proton Mail and we'll do that. So let's do a sign off. So anyone that's a member and you're watching in the live chat, definitely sign off. And I am going to put your name on a piece of paper and put you in the abalone shell and do that. And then, so this is Ken, the moderator. This is Sherry, the moderator. This is Linda, the moderator. Ava, I don't know if you're here, but I feel like I should put your name in here anyways, just in case. And Ava, I still have your question to answer. Okay, so Ava, I'm putting you in here. Whether you're here or not, I'll find out. Okay, so definitely do a members sign off. So if you're watching live in the chat, say it. We know that you're a member because you have a little emblem next to your name. definitely say it, and you will have a chance to get a question answered for free. All right. You will have to post your question. Oh my God, in the chat, and Ken, you'll have to copy and paste that. Sorry, guys, this is so dumb. I can't believe YouTube did this to me twice in a row. I'll have to get that again, and I guess a second email. That's all I can say. That's why I'm doing it early. That way we can just get it taken care of as earlier in the night. All right, so this question, while you guys are signing off in the chat, just know I love you and I appreciate you for being here and supporting the channel. And this is my way of giving you something for free, which I think is really cool, and I hope you guys love it. All right, this is going to be from Bjorn. Bjorn, I love you. You are so funny. You really are. The message you sent me to, you're so funny. Okay, so hi, Alison. It's me again. Love your Scorpio readings. It's like you're still in my head, because I am in your head. Okay. Will I find love this year? Thank you, Bjorn from Norway. Well, Bjorn, flattery gets you everywhere, and I'm going to go ahead and answer this. And oh, sorry. And then he says, I want a reading from you when you are here in the fall. I signed up for the newsletter last week and emailed you. Yes, you did. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to see you in Norway because I'm going to be where you're at. So I will see you. Okay, here we go. So, will you find love this year? Let's find out. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. All right. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So this is really talking about you putting the work in. I think you're going to find it, but I think you're having to put the work in. And I just want to say there's no cup energy here. We've got Pentacles and the Hanged Man. This is really talking about you really putting the work in, paying attention to the details. Now, for me, this is saying you're putting the work into a couple of areas. You're putting the work into yourself. You're working on yourself. And you're putting the work into putting yourself out there. So this is you really paying attention to what it is that you're doing, what it is that you want. You're doing those exercises. Now, I know I've pulled cards for you before, and I know that you are a master magician. I know you're a master manifester because I tapped into your energy. I am in your head. So I know that about you, Bjorn. This is telling me that you have the ability to create, to do the work, to create and manifest in the person that you're looking for. You absolutely have that ability. That is your self-discipline, that card, self-mastery. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. This is you having that balance. You're very balanced, grounded, stable, secure. So in other words, you're not going to lose your mind, right? You're very grounded in this life. You know what you're looking for. You're not going to be fooled by anything. You see very clearly. You behave very clearly. You know exactly what it is that you're doing. This tells me you're going to find that person, and they're going to be just as balanced as you are. They're not going to like lose their mind over something. They're not going to be playing games with you. We also have the Hanged Man. This is you taking that time out to gain a different perspective. I feel that you've already done that when I feel into your energy, but I feel that this is you continuing that process. I think it's always good for you to do a little check-in, for you to always stand back maybe every few weeks, every couple of months, whatever your timeline is, for you to just do a check-in on yourself. Look at things from a different perspective. Am I going to the right place to meet someone? Am I presenting the way I want to? You know, what are my topics that I'm choosing to bring up when I first meet someone? How was that second or third date? You know, you're just kind of doing a check-in. It's you learning this process. And I feel that that's really going to give you a lot of insight that's going to help you kind of like craft what it is with you finding love this year. That's what I think is coming in. I think when you find that person, you know exactly who they are and what they are because you're doing the work. I think you're throwing it out to the universe. That's that self-mastery card. I think that you're just manifesting it in. That's what I'm getting. You're just doing the work, and it's going to happen. It's definitely going to pay off. Thank you, Bjorn from Norway. I love it. All right. So then we have Actually, let me check really quick. I'm going to see, Ken, if you've sent anything over. Okay, hold on. Let me find my email. I've got like 50 windows open. Okay, so I'm going to refresh. Okay, nothing from you yet, Ken. Okay, so let me see if you sent it to the other email. You did. The other, Ava is in the chat. Okay, Ava's here. Okay. Thank you, Ava. Okay. So it all went to the other email. That's why. Okay. So here's Ava's question. Hi, Alison. I have been seeing deer everywhere. I had 2 deer cross my path. What is the universe or my angels trying to tell me? I'm seeing 1111, 211, 311. Thank you. Okay, let's take a look at that. Ah, I love deer. I have been seeing deer everywhere. I had 2 cross my path. How cool. What is the universe or angels trying to tell me? Okay. All right, this is going to be for Ava. Actually, you know what? I just got a hit. I need to do the other deck for that. All right. Okay. All right, what is the universe trying to tell Ava? Oh my God. Hold on. Judgment card, the Hanged Man, and the 3 of Swords. Okay. Judgment card, look who's there. The Hanged Man, and we've got the 3 of Swords. So this is really, this is that compassionate review. This is asking all of those existential questions right now. This is one of the things that's coming up for you. Spirit is saying, who are you right here, right now? It's that compassionate review of your past, but you're asking these questions that are actually really deep. This is a deep message that's come in for you. So you're asking yourself right now, who am I right here, right now? What makes me happy? How's my health? How are my finances? Do I like the direction my life is going in? What gets me motivated in the morning? Right? What is your secret that you have that you don't tell anybody, but you know in your heart? You're really diving deep in a lot of different areas. That's what's coming in this card. This is allowing you to, like, what makes you crazy? What makes you, like, in a positive way, crazy in a positive way, right? Like, what makes you mad, right? It's that kind of energy, but this is something that I am getting that you need to get to know yourself a little bit better, which is very interesting because who do we have right here? This is telling me that this is a wake-up call for you. I feel that this is, I feel like maybe you're going in a direction that Spirit is saying, hold on, take a break. You need to ask yourself these existential questions. It's like being a naked, non-contingent being on the verge of an existential void. What are you doing? You need to do a check-in on yourself, and that's what's coming through in this card. Then we have this Hanged Man energy. This is called suspension in this deck. This is you going within for a time of deepening. I feel like Spirit is saying you need to do a check-in on yourself and get to know yourself a little bit better all of a sudden. Maybe it's branching out, doing something different. Maybe it is a new perspective on something that you're looking at. And maybe it's you needing to do a check-in on that. But this card is telling me that you need to go inside, internal, look at things from a different angle, different perspective, and get that deepening by asking those questions. This is a heavy answer to that. For you seeing that deer, this is a check-in. Maybe it's your innocence. Maybe it's something that's coming up. Maybe it's a naivete, and you need to look at something a little more deeply to make sure that you're on the right path, that you are going in the right direction on maybe a specific issue or something in general. because this card is also coming up. This is the card of loss. Now, this is not cups energy. This is swords, thoughts, words, ideas. This card is a little different than the traditional Three of Swords. This is talking about possibly betraying your own conscience, doing something that you've compromised yourself on that you might not normally do. And it's like one of those things where you say, you know what, it sounded good at the time, but in retrospect, why did I do that? Shit. It's one of those moments that's coming through. So I would say take a look at something, because it's something from your past. It's a memory that's coming in. It's something that you're having to re-examine, re-look at, to then gain this knowledge and wisdom that is a life lesson that's coming in. That's something that's coming in. It's a gateway that's opening for you to gain that type of knowledge that's coming in. I hope that that answers your question and makes sense. I'm sorry, Ava, I cannot see your reply. The stupid chat locked up again. Thank you for your question. And that was from last time. I wanted to make sure that you were here, but I was going to answer it today no matter what, but I'm glad that you're here for that. Okay. Thank you, Ken. So I'm going to go back. So that was being emailed to the YouTube email. Now I'm going to go back and check my personal email and see if any names came in. Okay. Ken. Oh my God. You don't have my Proton mail? Oh my God. Okay. You should. I'm gonna send it to you right now. All right, I just sent it to you. All right, so I just saw some questions come in through, let's see, through Venmo. Let me go ahead and populate that. All right, so this one is going to be from Michelle. Anything regarding new love? Okay, Michelle, let's find out. Nice to see you, Michelle. Okay. And nice to see you, Zena. I see you on here too. Okay, so this is for Michelle. All right. Anything regarding new love for Michelle? We have the Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and well, wow, all cup energy, all love. We are looking at Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So anything regarding love? Yeah. Three of Cups, this is celebrating life. This is you celebrating with friends, family. If you're looking for love, maybe this is you being at a party, being at an engagement, being at a concert, maybe meeting someone when you're out with friends, maybe just being at a party. It could even be a work party. It's putting yourself out there in the company of other people and being high vibing and just celebrating being alive. Maybe it's a meetup group, Wine of the Month Club, something like that, where you're having a good time. This tells me that you will absolutely meet someone and you'll see someone else that's high vibing. Happy, joyful family. Ten of Cups. Everybody wants the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Cups. This is you striving for your idealized version of love, of what your family is, joy. So whether it's you and a pet, you and if you're looking for love, this is telling me that if you're in that vibration, I think it's definitely coming in for you, because we have Prince Charming here. So again, happy, vibe high, happy, joyful family. That's someone that's going to be a deep connection for you. And with this Knight of Cups. So this is telling me that it's when you meet this person, maybe it starts off as a friendship, because this can be friendship. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be making a connection. So it could be that type of friendship. that could evolve into a deep, serious, long-term committed relationship and potentially marriage if that's the direction that you want to go. And not everybody wants to get married, but this is that feeling. You consider that person family. It's like the kind of person that you meet and you start talking to them and it feels like 20 minutes have gone by and it's 5 or 6 hours because you have so much in common and you just feel at home, that you've found your home, right? And whether that's a friendship or romantic relationship, we all know that feeling. That's what's coming through. If you're looking for love, that's the kind of person that's going to resonate with you. But it's putting yourself out there, being around other people to meet that person. Then we have the Prince Charming energy. This is you bringing your cup of love forward. He's usually walking through or walking forward into the future on a white horse from the purity of his heart, carrying his cup of love. You're putting yourself out there. When you are looking for a romantic relationship, whether you are a male or female, you're putting yourself out there and you're taking a chance. You're taking a chance with love. You're opening your heart up, and that means that there's always the potential of getting hurt. You have to learn to be mature and work through that and to keep going until you find the right person. That's when you always hear me talk about that Six of Cups energy, going back to that time before any bitterness or cynicism touched your heart. I do not see bitterness or cynicism in this reading at all. I'm just saying that's when you hear me say that, because so many people get hurt and they can't maneuver through it. They don't use it as a life lesson. They stay there. I just posted something on my YouTube channel that is the emblem of the card, the Six of Cups, and I put a video under it. Yes, I know that dates me. It's even older than how I am, older than I am, but it's the little river band reminiscing. That is a beautiful example of the Six of Cups. I love music. I can put this stuff out there that says this card represents that. This card represents this. YouTube did not allow me to take a card and put a video under it. So I had to do it a stupid way. I put the video there and then I put the card. I'm not getting off track from you, Michelle. I'm just was trying to make a point. You do not have bitterness or cynicism in this reading. This is you bringing your cup of love forward. That means you're going to be a little vulnerable. This could be you having an artistic flair. Maybe it's the way you walk. Maybe it's going to be the way you're doing something. Maybe you're dancing and you meet that person, right? It's putting yourself out there and having that beautiful expression of love. You'll know this person when you see it. You'll be tapped into your intuition. And like I said, you'll feel it. They're going to be like family. So anything regarding new love? Yes, absolutely. Keep your eyes open. But always remember, use your discernment, because the universe will always present good and bad choices. It's up to you to use your discernment to find out what is right for you. Always, always, always. All right. Thank you for your question. And congratulations on the new love coming in. All right. Next one is from Zena, and she writes, Alison, wait, what is it? You're good. My last reading, you mentioned my puppies. Yes, I have 2 teeny tiny Maltese. Oh, how cute. Mother living with me and my daughter living here too. My mom is nasty to my daughter, who is here with my granddaughter. How can I stop her from being nasty? Universe wants me to know. Well, that's a tough one. Oops, that's a tough one. I just shuffled and the cards went everywhere on that. That is a tough one. Okay, let's find out. Let's see what the cards say. Okay, they just went everywhere. I might have to switch decks. I was shuffling and they got turned around. I don't do reversals, which is why, here, let's see. I don't want to do this. I can read reversals, but I really prefer the straight up energy of the decks. I like that clean. I figure that's source telling you exactly what they want you to know. All right. I like it old school. All right, here we go. This is for Zena. The Ace of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. An interesting answer, probably one you're not expecting. So how can you stop your mom from being nasty? Look at this, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Love, and the 10 of Love, the 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. So we've got the Ace of Cups. So an ace is a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning. How can you stop her? I think it's going to have to be through love, and that's going to be really hard when somebody is nasty. That is going to be you taking that high road. That's going to be you knowing that you're noble, whether she sees it or not, whether the people around you or not know you're noble or not. It's you knowing that. You see the reflection of the swan. Here's the swan, that beautiful, majestic creature. And we see the tiara and the jeweled necklace. You know you're taking the high road. You know you're acting accordingly. Your daughter is. I'm just saying, the thing with her is that I just feel that you're going to have to overcome it with love and not give in to that kind of behavior. It's setting up those kind of boundaries, because that's just telling me, I don't know if she's got dementia and she's got sundowner syndrome, but this is just telling me you have to overcome that with love. And that is a tough place to be in when someone is nasty, because I know sometimes we just want to tell them off or have an argument and tell them to stop behaving that way, that it's not allowed, this and that. This is telling me that it's to overcome it with love. That is tough, because we have happy, joyful family. This is family. This is having, maybe she needs to have a good talking to, that's not how you treat family. You treat family with love. That family is special. And the fact that she is there, she should be grateful that she's not, I'm just going to say this, and I'm not trying to be mean, that she needs to be grateful that she's there with you and that she's not in a home, that she's not living somewhere that she's all alone, that she has a support system, that she has you there. She should be grateful for that. And if she's not, she needs to have a personality adjustment done. She really needs to be set down, and you need to set some boundaries. That discussion needs to take place. That's someone that needs to be called out on it, because when you let them continue to go on, they're going to continue with that bad behavior. The other thing is, and she is older, so maybe she's not going to change, but those words do need to be spoken in a very loving manner. But it's like loving, but with this firmness, and to stick to those boundaries, to not let that happen and call it out each time, to do that kind of corrective behavior. Because we've got the 9 of Wands. This is telling me you need that protective boundary, and so does your daughter. This is just something that, out of respect, that this just needs to take place. A discussion needs to happen. There needs to be boundaries and protection put in, because when those nasty words come in, they stick, and that is affecting you, and it's affecting your daughter. And I'm sure it's affecting, the energy is also affecting the dogs that are there. This is really telling me that it's about you. Your magic cannot be touched. When you start setting boundaries and enforcing them, because it has to be both, watch what happens. Watch the transformation. There's something that needs to be said. Again, if someone has like a mental illness like Alzheimer's and dementia, it's kind of hard to do that because they don't have full control over what's happening. Right? When they have that sundowner syndrome, they cannot control that. They just lash out, and that's just what happens. But that's something that I would say, if she is not in that situation, to have those discussions. But if you're winning with love, you're taking that high road, and that might be a real strong test for you. Because that is something that just, you got to take that deep breath and go in. And it might be when you leave that room after having that discussion, you want to go scream in a pillow, or take a walk. But it's something that you really have to set those boundaries. I hope that helps. Thank you for your question. Okay. Let me come back. Okay. Here we go. And I have another question that came in. This is from Susan. What are our thoughts, feelings, and intentions toward me right now? Okay, let's go ahead and answer that. Again, I can't read the chat, guys. It locked up like immediately for some weird reason tonight. Okay. And so after Susan's question, I'm going to check the email, Ken, and I'm going to see if you sent it. Let me just see. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter. I just checked the email really quick before I'm doing this. So Sister Days, Tracy, and Jody B. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put your names in the bowl in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and answer. Hold on. This thing's all over the place. Let me answer. Let me find it. Okay, Susan's question. Okay, what are our thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me right now? Okay, let's find out. And Zena, I won't know your answer, but you can type it in Venmo. Isn't that funny that you can message people there? But I don't have access to the chat, so just want to say that. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is for Susan. What are our thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you right now? We have the Ace of Swords. Oh my God, the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups. Wow. Susan, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Wow. Aces are gifts and blessings from the universe and new beginnings, and you just got two back to back. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. So we're looking at thoughts, and then we're looking at your heart. We're looking at love, your emotions, your intuition, your connection to source going up. And then this is having a lot of truth, a lot of clarity, a lot of epiphanies. This is also the sword of communication. This is standing in your truth. So what are his thoughts towards you right now? Well, he's getting a lot of clarity. I think that this is telling me that he's really seeing through things. I think he's looking at memories. I think he's looking at current. I think he's looking ahead. I think he's looking at like what would a relationship with you be like in certain scenarios. I think, you know, you're occupying his mind, because that's what this is. He's thinking about you a lot, but he's getting clarity and epiphanies on a relationship with you. What his intentions are, that's going to come down to these other cards. This is him. You have a new beginning in love. So this is getting in touch with love, your emotions, again, your connection to source and your intuition. I think he's thinking about things. I think that it's like a new opportunity that's there for him. And this could also be friendship, that before it leads into a romantic relationship. But I think that this person is definitely looking at you as far as a connection goes. They're definitely thinking about you in a fond way. I think these two cards are saying that he's looking at you, or ours looking at you in a very fond way. This card is talking about a blockage. So while he's thinking about you and feeling into it with this type of energy, this last card is the Four of Cups. There's a blockage. This is that card is like, well, I didn't get any love. Why should I give any? Possibly holding a grudge. This could be someone that is bored, impatient, frustrated with their lives, and they're in a lower vibration, and that causes them to miss gifts and blessings from the universe. So his intentions towards you, I think he genuinely, or he or she, I don't know, because, you know, I don't know. It just says ours. Sorry, I'm just throwing that out there. So ours intentions and feelings towards you, well, this is the clincher, because we've got these two aces and they're super positive, but this card is saying that there's a blockage. This card is saying that there might be a stumbling block, that they're in a lower vibration, that they are frustrated with their emotions, because this is cups. So this could even be someone that's bored, apathetic, but again, holding a grudge. That's kind of what's coming in. And when they do that, they miss gifts and blessings from the universe. So they could miss an invite. Maybe it would be to something really special. And because they're in this kind of mood and this kind of energy, and this could be from something that happened last week, a month ago, a childhood trauma that's coming up, that is somehow triggered in them, and that's causing this. But it's a carryover into his or her intentions and feelings towards you right now. That's what's coming in. But you could have some new beginnings, and they're definitely thinking about you. That's for sure. 2 aces, that's huge. I hope that that answers your question. Thank you for that. Okay, so that being said, now I am going to go ahead and do the members question. So when whoever is chosen, Ken, I'm sorry all this is falling on you tonight. I am sorry. I'm just going to have you. Okay, so whoever wins, I want you to put your question in the chat because Ken has to copy and paste it and then email it to me so I can answer it live on air. So let me go ahead and get those names in there. So let me pull that back up, what he said. Okay, so Ava, I just want you to know you're in there. All 4 moderators are in there tonight. And then we have Sinister Days. Okay, you are in there. We have Tracy. You are in there. We have Jody B. You are in there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it up. And now I'm just going to choose one randomly. Fell out of my hand. Sinister Days. Okay. You might be in reversal, but it's Sinister Days. Okay, so Sinister Days, if you are still here, go ahead and type your question in the chat. Ken's going to copy and paste it for me, and then he's going to send me an email, and I will answer this question. Okay, so in the meantime, while he's doing that, I'm going to go on to the next question and then come back to that. That way, it gives everybody time to go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. Let me get a little tea really quick. I hate it. It's too cold. I let it sit too long. All right, here we go. Where did it go? I'm bouncing around. Let me go on to the next question. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on. All right, let me refresh these, and then we'll go on. All right. Okay. Sherry, I just see you sent something. Thank you. Oh no, Sherry, I have to give you my email also, Sherry. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So somebody, okay. So that, I think that is that Sharon? It's just those 3 names. Okay, so we've got Jody, Sinister Days, Tracy, and then there's another one. Okay, so, okay. I just want to double check. Is that Sharon? Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, you guys, thank you for your patience. I just want to double check something. Let me go on here to, I've had something weird happen to this. Let me come over here to the membership really quick. Okay. Sharon, That is you. Sharon, go ahead and ask a question too. I'm going to do 2-member questions because Sharon, I wanted you to get a question in last time, and I know that you had already left. So Sharon, go ahead and submit a question. So I'm going to do Sinister Days and Sharon, because Sharon, I know last time you had already left because we wanted to answer that question for you. So go ahead and submit a question. So I'm going to do 2-member questions tonight. I'm making an exception. Okay. I thought that was you. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you for that, Sherry. Okay. Okay, so let me go over here. Okay, so this next one is from Vicky in Oregon, and she writes, "Hi, Allison, love your show." Thank you, Vicky. Flattery gets you everywhere. What does the universe want to tell me today? Thank you, Vicky from Oregon. Okay, let's go ahead and find out. I'm actually going to switch decks. All right. I'm going to go to the Everyday Witch. This is such a beautiful, beautiful energy off this. This is one of the sweetest decks I have ever. The energy on this deck is so, so sweet. Okay, let me get it. I just love it. Okay, what does the universe want to tell Vicky today? We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. All Pentacles. Everything's in the 3D for you. 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So this is really talking about you being at a crossroads. Spirit is feeling it in you. You're in this moment, in this time of assessment. You're taking a look at everything that's going on around you, and you're making some important decisions in your life. You're looking at relationships, maybe career, work, retirement in that area. You're looking at your finances, your health. You're looking at maybe traveling, location, relocation. Maybe it's education. You're looking at everything in the 3D and so much more. Those are just examples, but you're taking a look at something that's really important in your life. I feel it's stuff that you have worked up until this point. So maybe it's a relationship and you're asking yourself, am I happy? Is this relationship going in the right direction? Do I need to have a conversation with someone? You know, do you need to have that open communication to do a check-in? Maybe it's career. You know, are you reaching a glass ceiling? Are you able to have promotion? Do you like your job still? You know, it's that kind of energy. You're just doing a check-in. You're taking an assessment. You're taking a temperature on everything that's going on. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is really talking about you taking one steady foot in front of the other. This is the slowest moving knight. Look, he's supposed to be flying on his broom, and he still has a foot on the ground. This is one steady, slow foot in front of the other. He's very cautious, very practical, grounded, stable, secure, because he doesn't want to make a mistake. He wants to make the right choices. He's put the time, effort, and energy in, and he's bringing you an opportunity. He's on a mission to bring you this opportunity in the 3D. That's something that's coming in. So you're taking an assessment right now, and opportunities are going to be coming your way. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. You know, my lottery card in the other deck, but this knight is having his cake and eating it too. This knight knows, or this king knows his worth and value. He's grounded, stable, and secure, just like the knight, except he's worked really hard to get to this position. He has arrived. This is you striving towards your idealized life, whatever that version is. You might be on your way there. You might have a vague idea of what that is, or you might already be there, right? Depending on what stage of life you're at. This is you striving. This is you living your idealized life. This is telling me that you're taking an assessment of where you're at in your life right now. You're looking at your opportunities because you have your eye on the prize. You are looking maybe to retire, to have your cake and eating it too. You're looking to see what will truly make you happy in this life. You're looking at your connections. You're looking at work, finances, your health. You're looking at all these different areas, and you're saying, how can I get to that? I know my worth and value. I know what my resources are. How can I make it happen? And that's something that's coming in for you. That's what the universe wants to tell you today. You have a lot coming in for you that's positive, a lot of potential. Honestly, I'm getting, if you really wanted to retire, you absolutely could. You could start either working towards it or you're right there. What a beautiful energy, Vicky. Thank you for that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check the member questions. And again, there's going to be 2 coming in, Sinister Days and, hold on, let me come over here, Sinister Days and from, okay, so the question came in from Sinister Days. And then Sharon, if you're still here, Sharon, what is it that you want to know for the question? Okay, so Sinister Days says, general reading regarding career change. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right. General reading regarding career change. And welcome. Thank you for being a member. All right, here we go. General reading regarding career change. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands. And we've got the 9 of Swords. So this is really talking about you knowing your worth and value. Realm of Pentacles. So we're looking at career, right? Because we're looking at everything in the 3D. Career falls under Pentacles. So you're looking at career, work, retirement. You're looking at the big picture. So for a career change, this is you knowing your worth and value. This is you attracting that abundance and prosperity. This is you attracting new job offers, looking at different angles of what it is that you want to do. But the key is you know your worth and value. So you know what is expected of you when you apply for a job. You know what area, what skills you have. You know your resources. You've worked really hard to get to this position, and some skills are transferable. Maybe if it's customer service, this skill set transfers over here to another area. It's you knowing that information. So maybe it's you doing some research on what it is that you want to do. I see this as wide open. Okay, did that just cut out? For a career change, I see this as wide open. You can absolutely do it if you want it. The 7 of Wands is telling me for you to stand your ground. Stand for what it is that you want. Maybe you need to set up some boundaries. You're going to do what you want to do. And I'm saying that in a positive way. If you want to, let's say you wanted to be an animator, then you're going to be an animator. You're not going to go and colorize black and white films. That's not what you mean by animator. You actually want to go and be the artist or be the colorist or quality control for it, whatever your role might be in that, to be the animator. You're sticking to your guns with what it is that you want to do. Of course, you're flexible by saying, well, maybe I can take this because it still falls under that parameter. But if you want to be an animator, you're going to be an animator versus going and being a doctor. Obviously, it's like night and day. This is you really sticking to your guns, standing up for what it is that you want and putting up some healthy boundaries. Maybe it has to do with the pay scale. Maybe this is you saying, you know what, I know my worth and value. The pay scale for this job is in this range and I'm on the higher range, mid-range. You know what it is that's appropriate and you're going to hold out for that. This is telling me that you might have people around you that might not quite be supporting you. That's why they're pointing these wands at you. But this is you really standing your ground. And this could be friends, family. This could be coworkers that might not be supporting maybe a job promotion or leaving the company and going somewhere else. It might just be people in that field. So that's something to come in. Just know that it's you really digging deep and taking that stance where you believe in yourself. It's you knowing your worth and value, knowing it inside and out, knowing all the hard work that you've put in it, knowing your internal resources and knowing the resources outside you to go and get that job for a job change. Then we've got the 9 of Swords. So swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. And this card is telling me that we're looking at your thoughts and fear. This is a card based on fear. And this is telling me that this is a very scary move for you to do a career change, that you are over processing thoughts in your head, that fear, anxiety, guilt, shame, any of those types of emotions can come up during this. And it's that intensity that keeps you up at night, but they carry over into the day. And that's when you want to really get a grip on your thoughts. not over process, not feed that fear that might come up, fear of the unknown, maybe fear of failure, fear of success in some people. Maybe it's the fear of, am I good enough? Do I have the skill set to do that? But it's you digging deep. It's you having that self-confidence to really put yourself out there and to overcome any types of fears that might be coming up. Because that's a natural thing, especially when it's a career change and in this environment that we're in. But this is you just overcoming that. Maybe you need to take a walk. Maybe you need to go to the gym to release that type of energy, that nervous, intense, anxiety type energy, and that allows you to be very relaxed. I'm going to tell you, when this card comes up and in this situation, taking a salt bath in magnesium would really help you at the end of the day, or twice a day. If you're home, if you have the luxury of doing that, maybe twice a day, because your body absorbs that magnesium and it takes what it needs and it releases the rest, and it relaxes you and it cleanses your aura. It will release a lot of that nervous anxiety. Throw some essential oils in. Sounds funny, but when you do the research, it really helps. That's why when they say people walk on the beach or they're in salt water, they feel very relaxed. It's a real thing. Take advantage of that and do that, and that will help you, and it helps with your self-confidence, right? Just relax and give yourself that moment. That would really help you. Wow, so that's what's coming in for you, Sinister Days. I hope that helps. Again, I'm sorry I can't see the comment tonight, so thank you for that. And again, thank you for being a member. We love you guys. Thank you for being part of this awesome community. All right, so I'm going to refresh and see if there's one from Sharon. Thank you for doing this tonight, Ken. So is Sharon out there, and does she have a question? Sherry submitted her name as someone that's in here. So Sharon, if you're there, and I think it's Sharon. I think that's, hold on. It's, let me see. It's Stoppel, right? Sharon Stoppel. Yep. So if you're out there, definitely submit me something here. Okay, so that is going to be, I'm just going to refresh really quick. And this is an excellent opportunity for me to say, if anybody would like to become a member, it's a great opportunity. Your name can go in the hat each time you chime in, and you have the potential of winning a question. All right. So if Sharon's question isn't submitted, I'm not going to answer it because there's nothing for me to answer. So I am going to go on to the next one. And we're going to be going over tonight, but not by much, but we are going over. Okay, so the next one is going to be from Tomas, and he writes, hello, Alison. Love your show and Gemini videos. Thank you, Tomas. Flattery gets you everywhere. What does the universe want to tell me today? Thanks, Tomas from Acapulco, Mexico. Oh my God, I love it. All right. I'm telling you, I've got people watching from all over the world. It is so much fun. Awesome community. This is your tribe. This is it. We have an awesome international community. All right, here we go. What does the universe want to tell Tomas today? We have the Four of Wands. We have the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Look at these cards. Four of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. This is saying it's time to celebrate. This is the 1111 card. This is that gateway opening for you to walk through and start celebrating your life. This is the card of freedom, celebration, and if you're looking for marriage, this can be a card for that also, to celebrate a relationship, a milestone. It's a gorgeous energy. That's what's coming through. And then with the King of Wands, this is about you keeping your eye on the prize and winning. This is about you going for what it is that you want and really making it happen and being successful. This is you staying so focused that you win no matter what. You might lose a few battles along the way, but you always win the war. You're on a mission. You're bold, courageous. You're going to use your charm and your charisma. You network to get what it is that you want in a positive way. Networking using charm and charisma is not a negative, right? Who wants to be with someone that's mean and nasty? Why would anybody want to work with that? You are being nice, charming, charismatic. That's who people want to be with and work with. That is a positive, upbeat environment. Think of that Three of Pentacles. That's not who showed up, but think of that Three of Pentacles. That's quality people, quality work, having a good time with camaraderie. That's what you want. You want an environment where you have that type of camaraderie. He's using his charm and charisma to really make it happen and network. That's something that's coming in for you. Then we've got this Knight of, I almost said Page, the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. You are making big moves here, but you're also very cognizant that you are making smaller moves. So while you're making big strides, the end game is you moving slow and steady to win the race. So it sounds funny, but you're making big moves, but yet what your goal is so big that that big move is slow and steady wins the race. Does that make sense? I know it does because I can feel it in your energy. This is you winning and celebrating and having a great life. That's what's coming through in the cards for you, Tomas from Acapulco. I love it. All right. Thank you for your question. So let's go on to the next one. I'm just going to double check for the members to see if Sharon did it. If not, then it'll have to be another time. Okay, here, hold on. No, Sharon. Okay. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. That's what Sharon had said, that Sharon was here. Okay, so no Sharon tonight. All right, so let me go back. So no more questions because we've already done final call. I'm just going to see how many are left to do. We are going a little over tonight. A lot came in. Hold on. That's a good thing. I don't mind that. Okay. Let me just refresh. I got timed out of PayPal, so hold on. Let me check Stripe. Okay. All right. All right, so this one's from Mike, and this is the last one, and then I'm going to do a general reading for the collective. All right, so this is from Mike, and he says, "Hi, Allison. My wife died several years ago. Does she have a message for me? Thanks, Mike. P.S. Love your lives." First time asking a question. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that, and I am sorry for your loss. Okay, so here we go. So, does she have a message for Mike? Let's find out. We have the Devil, we have the Sun, and the Hermit, all major arcana. We have the Devil card, the Sun, and the Hermit. So this is really talking about your wife has a message for you, that there's something that you have an unhealthy attachment to right now. I'm getting that it's a type of an addiction. So whether this is drinking or smoking or sugar, or I feel like it's a consumable, that it is something that that you're hurting yourself with. And I don't know if you're still grieving. You said she died several years ago, but I don't know if you're still grieving and if maybe you are drinking yourself into numbness or smoking yourself into numbness or doing something along those lines, but it's kind of an energy that's coming through. So she is saying that she is seeing your pain. She's seeing you doing this type of unhealthy behavior, and she wants you to stop. It's really coming through that it's something that it's now become an addiction for you. It's not just that, like, let's say if you're drinking, it's not just that you're drinking now, but now it's become like a problem in the sense of now your body craves it. Now it's an actual addiction, not just a crutch, let's say. She's saying that she's seeing that for what it is, and that it's a way of you to, that you're self-medicating with something. Again, I feel that it's a consumable. That could be sex, drugs, alcohol, any of those things. It's just, I feel like it's maybe it's food. It's like a consumable that's coming in. You know, some people will binge eat. Maybe it's sugar. Maybe it's just, you know, you're just packing it in because you get pleasure from eating, and it makes it so that you have that moment of pleasure in a world where you're very unhappy. But she's saying that that's something that she has seen. She wants you to go back to pure happiness. This is the Sun card. This is the most positive card in the deck. This is what she wants you to strive for. To be happy, to find your inner joy again. That is very important for you to tap into that and to move away from this devil type energy, to move away from your addiction and to go into the sun, to follow your joy, to follow source, to go towards love. This is something where she sees that as being a great success in your life, that this is a direction that you need to go in to be happy. You need to leave that addiction, that unhealthy behavior behind. Okay. And the last card is the Hermit. This is you going within. This is you having a lot of dark nights of the soul. She sees it from the other realm. She's watching your pain. She knows that you're alone. She knows that you are going within, that all the answers are inside you. I'm going to show you all the cards again. We have an unhealthy addiction, going towards your joy. And then this is you having some dark nights of the soul. This is you going within. This is you internalizing. And I just want to say, I'm a Virgo. This is Virgo energy. It's the Hermit. That is the Hermit. I'm doing a segment right now about people and their health. And this is what's coming off of this card tonight also. This is about your health and your addiction to something unhealthy. I have goosebumps all over me as I'm doing your reading. Your wife is saying that you need to really go within and take a good, hard, honest look at what it is that you're doing, that you're hurting yourself. That you need to look at this addiction and see it for what it is and step away. You need to go towards the light. You need to go towards your inner joy, your true, authentic self. Tap into love of life. Find your inner joy once again. And that is what your wife wants to tell you, to find that love. And maybe you even do find a loving relationship again. Nobody on the other side wants to see you miserable. They really don't. They want to see you happy and in love and enjoying the rest of your life. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Okay, so now I'm going to do a reading for the collective. Thank you for your question, Mike. Okay, so this is now going to be for everybody watching live in the replay or whenever this video happens to find you. That's what happens when you're an intuitive empath. It just comes right in. You try and put up that wall, but it just comes right in. Okay, so. All right. All right, so what does the universe want to tell everybody today? We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Pentacles. All right. A lot of Pentacles tonight. We've got the Knight of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is the builder in the tarot, the Knight of Wands. This is about you stepping into doing whatever it is that you want to do. This knight rushes in. This is you taking action to do something very special that you want to accomplish in your life, that you want to achieve, that you want to do. This could be you deciding, you know what, I want to go get a pet. You know what, I want to take a vacation. You know what, I want to switch jobs. I want to find a new tribe. I want to go to a meetup group. You know what? I want to go see that movie. Whatever it is, this is you not procrastinating. It's you taking action on something in your life that you feel like you're going to get something out of. And it ties into this card. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. And this card, again, is about you taking that time out. You're at a crossroads and you're looking at your life. You have this moment of an assessment. Am I happy? You're doing a check-in on yourself. Are you happy in your life right now? Do you like where you're at? Do you like the people you're associating with? How's your health? How are your finances? Do you like where you are at? And if not, this is the moment where you're at that crossroads where you change directions. That's what this card is all about. Taking that temperature on your life, taking that assessment. Remember, life is not a dress rehearsal. You only have one life, and this is you making the most of it. Take a look at your situation. If you are not happy, change it. If you want to do something, go in that direction. You might have to take several steps to get there, but this is that time, that moment in time for you to take that temperature test and start taking action to go towards what it is that you want. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. He's got his map, his constellations, what direction to go in. Figure it out. He's presenting you with an opportunity. It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune is showing up here. It's almost like that because he's presenting you with an opportunity in the 3D. What direction to go in, either or. Where are you going to go? What, down this path over here? Where are you going to go? He's presenting you with an opportunity. It's up to you to use your discernment to see it, but you have to figure out what direction you want to go in, what your life is like right now. Take that action and seize that opportunity because it's there. It's waiting to be plucked. That opportunity is front and center. It's right there. He's throwing a coin up in the air. You're just going to go for it. You're just waiting to get that clarity. You're waiting for the answer to come down, for that coin. What is it? You're looking at that. You're at a crossroads. That's what the universe wants to tell everybody today. All right, that's what I have for you for today, everybody. If you could, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you, especially after the video posts, or just go ahead and do it now on the video outside of the chat. That would be fantastic. And if you're not a member, consider becoming a member. There's a lot of great benefits. You can go ahead and join the YouTube channel. And that way you get to vote on the weekly reading. You get to choose. You can always see a poll there right now. You also get a monthly reading and you get to chime in here. I can't talk. You get to chime in on the live. And that way we can put your name in the hat. If you're just getting here, if you're a member, you don't even have to ask a question. Just chime in the chat. We put your name in here. We turn it around. I pull one out. You get your question answered. How cool is that? I love it. So that's the other benefit to being a member. But you can also go to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com, and there you can go ahead and sign up for the free newsletter, book a personal reading with me, a missing person consultation, check out the Learning Center where the classes are, and check out the Alison's picks for the affiliate links. Lots of great stuff in there. And I go live twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I answer your questions. So that's where you're at tonight. It's Tuesday. The next time is going to be Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I look forward to seeing you there. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Thanks for being here tonight. Bye. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate it. Sorry about the chat. I don't know what happened. So weird.